Friends of our channel and YouTubers, welcome. Answers of an Alien from Andromeda, Video 90, September 21, 2012. Mythy. There are rumors that a naval operation involving US and China is on course to destroy a hostile reptilian base in the Pacific region. This can be true? Friends, I will be emphatic on this response. As I have mentioned on other occasions, the naval forces of you do not represent anything at all to attack a base wherever it was. A spacecraft of service like ours or any Arcturian ship, lonely could destroy an entire fleet of your ships with ease, without suffering a single scratch. Your governments know this perfectly, because the missiles are neutralized as they are released. Even if one of your atomic missiles reached one of our spacecraft, would not even ruin the paint. Within minutes the ocean floor would be full of twisted scrap. You still do not understand that our systems of offense and defense are thousands of times faster in response to any action than your missiles, bullets, lasers, or any fraction of time that you imagine to draft an offensive action. Our force fields are totally impregnable to your current basic technology. This is the worst story of misinformation that they could invent. Those who believe in such a story will be those who will be manipulated to the end, the completely ignorant. If reptilian spacecraft participate in this farce, you can be sure that they will lose even the right to license colonial on Mars, among other penalties, including restrictions on use of CG's Transportation Portals network. The reptilians are much smarter than you think. They never faced a decision of CG, in benefit of any agreement they have made with your elitist. If something does happen, it will be a theater of drones or holography, orchestrated by your own government. They have already been warned of the order of non-interference on the planet, in these critical times of change. We are here to help this colony, as if to dominate and take possession. This colony has not existed for a long time. I've told you several times about this false flag attacks involving aliens, so it's up to you who already wake up to reality, trying to spread this truth to all who will listen. Do not accept that your fellows are deceived by a scam like this, totally implausible. This will be my last warning on this subject. Mythy. Our elitists already have technologies to build ships like the reptilians? See, your governments have worked in a lot of re-engineering the spacecrafts captured or crashed, but only managed a few quantities of raw materials required after some agreements with the reptilians. We know that your government has some technologies in use with anti-gravities but need control systems far beyond the so-called supercomputers that you still use. The integration of the spacecraft is scheduled throughout the molecular level. Everything is integrated. The quantum molecular engineering technology is far beyond the possibilities of your science at the current stage. No use you put an anti-gravity device on an aircraft built according to your technology, for maneuverability, speed, inertia, etc., will make it impossible for serving anything useful, except to lift weights. It's as if your ancient Romans succeeded an engine of your current helicopters to put in a chariot, simply not logical. There are some airplane units detected by Pleiadians, flying with anti-gravity, but depend on fuel and turbines to achieve speed and maneuvering. That is, units are almost conventional, with buoyancy. As you perceive, it isn't possible to re-engineering of an interstellar spaceship through of your current technology. Friends, watch your sun. As I said a few days ago, the planet may receive more energy than he can handle in the current context. Check the movements of your military and governments. The answer of your Sun to the forces channeled by gravitational tunnels that connect all bodies with the center of your galaxy is increasing exponentially, and your geomagnetic field strength is fading in inverse proportion to the change in polarity to be induced in the Earth's core. In this inversion in the galactic equatorial plane, several ships' crew lines, and several other breeds, are monitoring your Sun, but not with any plan of interference because these changes are necessary to upgrade the system as a whole. Interferences aiming only planet Earth, at this time, may delay the development of the planet itself, and would delay the natural development of other planets involved with the system. Attempts to minimize the consequences for this colony will have to be made locally, not to interfere with the rest of the system. Our orders are to avoid, at any cost, that this colony will not survive. So when the time comes for action, all survivors, regardless of their ethnicity, can count on our direct assistance. In case it happens, a lack of energy and communications, if it happens, you ever wonder what your options would be to keep your family, for a few months, without these features? In that case, you may have to spend the next year without these features. Therefore costs nothing, beyond your survival. Think about and be prevented. As we have talked about it several times, I think I will no longer need to talk about it again. Another thing you guys to take into account, it is better to spend a little hungry out, than trying to survive in the refugee camps of your governments. The plans for these fields are extremely malignant. Do not believe false promises. Survive until we can eventually interfere somehow. Be assured that you will be winners, one way or another, will be free for a new fairer society. Your descendants will have a much better place to live and develop, and the forces of oppression, that reigned until now, will definitely cut off the planet. Imagine the importance of being part of this historic occasion. All that will re-encounter with the blue beings, will be received as the new colonizers of the planet, and be prepared for a comeback to continue the new society, now with a new DNA. Will return to help those who were to receive them, and create them for this new generation level 1. All fulfill its role, all chosen will be involved with the future of a new race. Be well, my friends. Thanks for watching. Join our channel. You are welcome there.